The discourse surrounding Christopher Nolan's Odyssey has left me wondering an important question. Are A-list actors a thing of the past? When discussing the meaning of A-list in the context of film actors, we're usually talking about how a performer's name alone can carry and almost guarantee box office success. Actors like Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise, and even Will Smith had this kind of weight, especially at the height of their career. But when I see the discussion surrounding the Odyssey, despite the large all-star cast that the film has acquired with big names like Tom Holland, Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, Zendaya, etc., I rarely see any discourse about their performances to begin with. I think that the entire cast does an incredible job, and many people agree, but the conversation never goes so far to say, oh, I have to watch this film because I love Matt Damon, or oh, I'm such a huge fan of Tom Holland, I have to see this. But a name I have seen be the consistent talk of the movie is its director, Christopher Nolan, and indeed, I question if as an industry, we are moving away from the concept of an A-list actor, and consumers are instead moving towards the familiarity of a director's name to help them decide what movie to spend their hard-earned dollar on. Every conversation surrounding the Odyssey I have seen thus far has been about something Nolan has done. The decision to film with all IMAX cameras, his interpretation of the story that takes a spin on the classic tale everyone is familiar with, the decision to use largely practical effects. The conversation for the general moviegoer seems to have completely pivoted towards the director's chair rather than the faces we see on the screen. I would even argue that the all-star cast that has been presented to us almost serves to highlight the director's efforts even more. The decision to cast big names like Lupita Nyong'o and Elliot Page that have like 3 minutes of screen time at most almost accentuates the meticulous thought on every small decision that Christopher Nolan has made when producing this film. And you know, with the early success of the Odyssey, I think it's almost a given that any film Nolan works on will be a box office success because the consistent quality that man practically guarantees is literally insane.